I think 2019 for the sport was a year of adjustment, and I think all the platforms look back and there's some things that they did right and some things that they did wrong. The last time we saw a year like this, and it was probably 2014-15 when you had BBC coming in, and everybody adjusts. There have been massive changes in the market, between the streaming services and free TV. But that's the sport. It is always changing. So I'm confident. Are we thrilled with the year we had in 2019? No, we can always do better. And I think we will make the necessary adjustments, and everybody finds their balance. And we will find a way to work more cohesively with talent across Fox and pay-per-view when necessary. But the reality is, our goal is not to be leader in quantity. We're not going to compete at 50, 60, 80 dates a year. But we want to be, or want to continue to be, the supplier of the highest quality boxing fights, the highest quality talent, the highest quality production, the announce team. And we want to feel like we are not just programming random fights, just throwing stuff on without context. We want to build this into a cohesive sport. And that's why, a show like last night in Showbox is so important. There is not another tool across boxing like Showbox. It is the developmental platform. Chris, how many world champions are we going up?
Over 80. 81.
So, it's one of the things we're most proud of because, that's, you guys have all talked to Gordon. He is as tough as they come.
Yes, he
Players
is.
will tell you.
Yes, he is.
Floyd doesn't get any breaks in matchmaking. Nobody does.
No, not at all.
And, you look at the young guys, some of which are on other platforms now. They all came from Showbox. So I think what we want to continue to do is finding the best talent, highlighting it in the best way with the highest quality announce team and production. And I think it's critical for the future of the sport that we're delivering a high quality experience, not just fights.
When they took Wilder and put it on this upcoming fight on Fox, seems to me that if they should have or you could have asked and said, look, what am I getting because of that? Have they given you any assurances for 2020? Hey, we're going to...
Yeah, it's not so much sort of a quid pro quo, but it opens the door for conversation. It says, okay, then let's talk about what is the plan, vis-a-vis Fox and vis-a-vis our programming, and let's figure it out. I mean, Fox has a better idea of what they're doing, at this point, and I think, for us, the key is making a long-term plan. We've been here 35 years. There's no one else in the market right now that can say that, and we're not going anywhere. We've got a huge library of fights, a huge library of experience, and that counts for something. And we will continue to have the best fights and present them in a way that makes sense. Not at 1 a.m, not sort of random fights at 6 a.m. But fights with context that make sense and that lead to other fights.
What about the superiors at CBS, Viacom, and all that stuff, who have seen what Heyman has done in taking fights away from Showtime? Are they still as interested in boxing, knowing that as they've always been?
Yes, I mean, we're in a sort of strange place because of a merger, which is expected to close. So a lot of different conversations are on hold, but there hasn't been a change in our approach or enthusiasm across the company for the future of the sport. It drives business. We see that in quantifiable metrics for Showtime, and there still is a tremendous opportunity. We believe that the sport of boxing still presents opportunity. We have strong feelings about the way it's being presented in some other places, and I think that there are a lot of things that cause me concern about the future of the sport, as it's being presented now. But this sport has a lot of opportunities, and done correctly, the audience will continue to grow.
What are those concerns?
Well, I think, look, candidly, I think there's too much boxing on TV, too much boxing available. And when you are doing the number of fights that are being done across the market, it's hard to enforce a standard of quality. There's a tremendous amount of noise in the marketplace. Unless you're the hardest of hardcore fans, it's tough to figure out which are the big fights, which are the medium fights, which are prospect fights. You tune in not really knowing what to expect. It's hard for all of us to sort of remember what platform, what fights, where, what they mean. And I have concerns that that this is a business opportunity. And what I mean by that is, when you launch a streaming service, you need content, and you need tonnage. You need hours and hours of content. And there have been others in this market who have been very open that they're getting into sports streaming and using boxing as a stepping stone. So, that doesn't speak well to their treatment of the sport or their long-term commitment to the sport. If you're saying it's a stepping stone to get into other sports, okay, what's going to happen? You're going to leave by a trail of expectations, and everyone else cleans up the mess when these people are gone. And I think, across it all, that's why I think the commitment to the sport and understanding the sport and wanting to present it this way, best way is key. I mean, we all love being able to see boxing every weekend, but is that what's best for the market? I don't think so.
Are there enough stars that give you the content, give everybody the content?
I think multiple platforms can be served. I don't know that we can support 200 fight dates a year or wherever we are right now. It's sort of, I made the analogy before of it's as if we're televising every minor league baseball game on a national basis, and I don't mean that in a negative way. It's just look, there are regional fights, there are national fights, and part of the problem is you're tuning in, you're not sure exactly what you're getting. And when a viewer tunes in and expects to see something of the quality of a Badou Jack or a Tank Davis fight, and they're getting something very different, doubtful that they're going to come back.